Welcome back to Snake Waste in the Game. It's your boy Sir Christopher, and this is episode 2 of the two-part episode that I created: benefits of being single versus 10 benefits of being in a relationship. Um, so, some of you guys may already be in a relationship, and that's cool. And you just want a refresher of why it's important to keep driving, keep going, and keep staying with your partner even when things seem like it's hard and impossible, and you want to break away and do your own thing. This is just a little reminder, man. It's a little refresher of why you got into the relationship in the first place. Because if you're in a long-term relationship for a few years, you might lose your reasoning to why you decided to be with that person in the first place, and you start to the things that you enjoyed about that person may not be any of the thing that you enjoy about them now. You gotta also remember, you gotta give people grace, because people are constantly changing day in, day out. They're constantly evolving. So you're not the same person you were 6 months to a year ago. You're constantly changing, and I think you need to give your partner that same grace. And now, like I said in the first video, this is more tailored to my men, because I want to build a really strong community here at Snake Way, because we're sprinting to success. We're sprinting to the end of the line where we can look back 6 months, even a month ago, and realize that we've improved. And I'm gonna go super strong. This is a 31 day algorithm arc where I'm trying to just put out enough content and hope that it reaches the right ears. I want um, just a really successful community of people that are transparent and generally want to reach out their hands. And since I felt like this is a way for me to give back. Like, it doesn't even matter if this doesn't get 100 views. I just felt like this is when I make videos and I feel like I can add some value to it. I felt like it's kind of like charity work. You don't know who needs to hear what you've got to put out. And I think it's very meaningful when you get the positive feedback from individuals that watch your video and say that it helped them, and it helped them from doing something terrible to themselves. And you gotta it's got to be bigger than yourself. And I was about to say, like, I want to be a part of something that's great, and I've been a part of some good communities, and I just felt like I have enough insight and wisdom where I can start my own community. And that's why this is a sprinter gang, and sprinter gang is just based around people that are trying to level up to the highest tier and want to give the olive branch to help other people achieve their goals. But without further ado, I have my notes here, and then we're going to jump right into the 10 benefits of being in a relationship. It was quite lengthy, but I'll try to break it down as fast as I can. I know you guys have a lot to do. So number one, you have a built-in support system. When you're in a healthy relationship, you tend to count on your partner for emotional, physical, and mental support, and you're there to help each other out during hard times. You want to have someone there when you don't have the money to do what you want to do, and you need someone to pour into you. It's really good to have somebody on your side that's willing to back you and help you and support your dreams. Vetting women is very, very imperative, men. I can't stress that enough. Like, none of this stuff that I'm saying right now even matters if you didn't do the self-development on what I spoke on the first video. If you didn't do any of those self-development things, then it's not going to work out for you having a relationship. Having a partner in your life is an extra merit. They're there to assist you. They're not there to run your life. They're not there to make decisions for you, because it's your life, and you have to decide well beforehand that you're ready for a relationship. So it's very important that you do the self-development part before going ahead and finding anyone. And just a disclaimer before I get into the next part here. So number two, your experience improves communication. Healthy relationships require good communication, and you learn to communicate your feelings, your thoughts and needs, as well as how to actively listen to your partner. It's like actively listen to your partner, not responding because you want to listen to respond fast so that you can get the one up on your partner. That's not teamwork, man. It's not cool. So if you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder and you have a huge ego, I'm gonna say like real men don't sit back and argue and raise their voice or even raising their hand to the woman. You need to be able to speak to them really calmly, just like this, and you need to put out you know what you're willing to accept and not accept. And if you hear that from your girl and she's giving you the ultimatum, you got to look in the mirror and be able to swallow that and say, you know what, I respect what you said, but that's not something I can do or something that I can do. You don't argue back and forth, man, because arguing in general, so that's like a feminine trait, and men shouldn't carry on that way. Just put out your part, and if you have to feel like you got to go back and forth about the situation, then that situation may not be healthy for you. So number three, you can spark each other's growth. Benefit of that is relationships are greatly challenge and inspire, motivate each other to become the best version of each other. And as far as men, even though we're pretty stoic and we really can be stubborn and sometimes and really hard to compromise with, like there's also that character development, and that character development is a really key piece in success, and being able to take criticism from your significant other can help you a long way, man. I know I put my foot in my mouth plenty of times when I thought that I had the answers. I didn't have the answers, but I stopped, I shut up, I listened, and I was able to apply what my significant other was saying. And as a result of that, I felt like, man, you know what, you were right about that. And I'm glad I didn't go back and forth, maybe with her about that situation. I just listened to her, and I was able to, you know, uh, objectively gather what she was saying. And I wrote out, my pros and my cons about the situation of how I can, better myself. Um, and it worked out for me. So that character development, you don't want to be a Vegeta, man, all throughout the seasons, bro. Even low key, Vegeta did have like the best character development in the series. So maybe you do want to be like a Vegeta. Yeah, you just want to be, constantly growing, constantly, taking in and learning, and sometimes your significant other has more to teach you than what you can teach yourself, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to have a chip on your shoulder. You can swallow your pride and know that they have their best interests at heart with you most times, But also remember, like when you're going through a real situation as a man, you should have that wolf pack. That's why I said in part one, you need to have that wolf pack when it comes real serious, and you need to sit down and have that, a heart to heart. You need to have that heart to heart with you, with your guys. You know what I mean? I'm standing 10 toes on that one. I'm not retracting. You need to tell your girl the things that can be fixed. Like, oh, I gotta go and meal prep for tonight if I ain't gonna have time. Can you do that for me? You know what I mean? Super deep stuff you need to go and talk to your team with. Next, you get to experience love. Being in relationships allow you to experience love in its purest form, which can be incredibly rewarding if you find the right one. You get to show your love for your partner and build a strong connection and feel love back. And I think everybody on this planet wants to feel some sort of love, feel that sort of acceptance, because life is hard outside these doors. And when you come back home, you don't want to come back to no stress. You don't want to come back to a headache. The worst type of woman is a problematic one. And I would say this in general, men or women. Anybody that's super problematic and bringing problematic energy to you, you need to be away from them. You need to get away from them immediately because they're draining you, they're stressing you out, and you don't even realize that they're just a virus, slowly draining and taking away every bright, good light that was inside of your soul. They're taking that. They're like literally soul leeches, man. They're taking all of that good energy that you built up, developing yourself, that self-development and that confidence you built. Some people just want to drain that from you, man, and it takes all of your power away, bro. So definitely, if you see yourself in that situation, get out of that situation. So you can be your authentic self. In a healthy relationship, there is no need to pretend to be this guy, that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't act like somebody on TV. Don't act like your biggest YouTuber. Don't act like, you know what I'm saying, like your favorite artist. Because at the end of the day, all of those things that you're looking at are entertainment. You don't really know the real them yourself. And you're portraying a character, and it's not authentic. And people see right through that. And when they see that you're not authentic, they're not going to follow you. And this is why I don't even edit my videos. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real shit. I don't edit my videos. I want you to see me in this rawest form. Me stuttering, my ums, my ahs, and then the progress. That's the more I do this, the more that I practice on this craft. I want you to see the development. This is all one take, Chris. One take. I don't go back. I don't edit. This is how I feel. I feel like when it's authentic as an artist, you put it out there the first time, you go back to re-edit things, it doesn't feel as genuine as it was the first time you did it. So you definitely want to, be authentic. You want to be yourself. Don't pretend. No one likes a pretender. You'll find somebody in your circle. You're lacking that identity. You need to be around people that do the things that you like to do. And then that authentic, you will come out. For example, I had no idea that there were like huge tournaments. I'm a gamer. I like to play Street Fighter, and I like to play Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Fighters. As a matter of fact, if you guys are good at that, you think you're good at that, then go ahead and shoot me a PM, and then I'll get your gamer tag and embarrass you real quick. But when I realized that I felt more comfortable being around like-minded individuals, it was easier for me to be myself because I didn't have to pretend, And a lot of times when I was growing up, I don't want to. I'm not going to, go too far out of this because I want to stay on topic. When I was growing up, it was always like you got to act like the rappers and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You weren't black enough. You just be authentic, man. Go into situations or go on meet up with people that have common interests, and you can speak intelligently about it because it's something that you do on your day in and day out. So don't be afraid to find a partner that likes to do what you like to do. That way it's not going to be a huge like I guess coping type thing when we talk to each other and we're trying to get to know each other. That's already going to be an easy hurdle to jump because I met you doing something that I enjoy doing, and we vibed off of that, and I play video games, you play video games, we play video games together. So boom, there we are. We're playing video games together, and we have a baseline. You just meet somebody. So that's why I really frown upon online dating, because online dating, people just show them the best version of themselves, and you don't really know if that's really them, and you didn't meet them doing something that you enjoy doing. So then you have to figure out what it is they enjoy doing, which leads to dead text messages and things of that nature. Like, no, get off your phone, go outside, actually mingle, talk to real people in real life, spark a conversation. Do not be shy. And then you'll thank yourself later, man. Like if it's a little hard in the beginning, it pays off down the line. Trust me when I say that. So definitely be authentic, be yourself. It's okay. And everything will work out for you. You benefit from mutual activities. In a relationship, you can share activities with your partner that can provide you with additional fun and relaxation. That's just really just coming off of what I just spoke about. But yeah, you guys enjoy traveling together. You guys travel together. Keep that going. I think that you should definitely in a relationship know a person for about 8 months to a year at least on just on dating. Like you need to see every angle of this person when you're going with them. You need to see them when they're super upset. You need to see them when they're really angry and crying. You need to see them when they're really happy. You need to see them when they're really chill. You need to see them at their best and at their worst. In any situation, how they handle stress. If they lost their wallet, how are they acting? Are they level-headed? Are they crying? Are they ecstatic? Do they feel like, woe is me? Like the world is over? When they're in a deep depression? Do they have any mental illnesses? All of these things you can find out within year 2, year 3, you'll know about that. And I think if I would encourage every man or woman, doesn't matter, you're dating somebody, you need to date them for a long, extended period of time. There is no rush, especially today. Be a roommate, be like, live together, and when I was coming up, man, I think it was very difficult because people were pushing the marriage narratives down your throat. You had to get married immediately. But now, times has changed. So with the times being a little more lax, liberal about things, it's okay. Go ahead and live together. Live together for about 2 years. Good 2 years, you know what I mean? So you can figure out if that person is savvy financially. We're talking about our lives here. This is your life. And you don't want to play with your life. Time is valuable. You don't get it back. So if you want to make sure that you pick the very best person suited to fit your lifestyle. It may not be cookie cutter perfect, but you got to use the narrative where it's like, okay, if 80% of them, the 80% of the time it's all good vibes, and that 20% it's messed up, it's fine because I can overlook the 20%. But if it's the other way around, where 60% of the time or 80% of the time is terrible, and 20% of the time is good, then you got to make a decision for your mental health and break off that relationship because it's not healthy. And lastly, you learn how to trust. Trust, it forms a foundation of any healthy relationship. With trust in place, you are free to express your feelings and share your thoughts openly. And, trust is just, it comes, I would like to tell you guys, like, look, whatever you are, if you're a player, be a player. Tell your girl that you're a player. There's somebody on the planet that's going to accept the fact that you're a player. She may not take you seriously, but she will respect your honesty. If you're not looking for anything serious, don't tell them you're looking for anything serious. Don't tell them that, my guy. Just tell them, look, let's date casually. We're gonna vibe. I want you to, I want to introduce you to my team, my circle, my family. I want to introduce you to them, and I want to bring you in, and I want to see if it's a good fit. And in return, I want to be a part of your life. That slowly inject me into your life so that I can get to know what it is you like, what you don't like, and see if we're compatible. Cause that's very important to have things put in place where both of you guys still have your own lives, but you're bridging, merging each other's lives together and seeing if it's a good fit for the both of you. Because at the end of the day, if it's not, there's no hard feelings. Like, you guys can be friends. You should definitely be friends with the person you decide to be with. They should be down with you. They should be able to hold you down. even on a friend level. And if things don't work out in a relationship, you guys are casually dating, it's fine. You don't have to put labels on it. You guys can just be coming back and be friends. And it's when you jump into a situation so fast and say that you love this person, you even know this person's credit score, that things end up in a bad predicament because you didn't really know them. That's why they can ghost you, not talk to you, you know what I mean, so quickly, because you didn't get to know them. You didn't have that foundation built or strong. At the end of the day, if you're really truly friends with that person, you went to a relationship, you need to tell that person if everything failed and the relationship went down the drain, I should be able to give you a call when there's an emergency and help you out, and vice versa. You guys should still be able to be friends. And I find it very immature that people can get into a situation, live together, make money together, say they love each other, but then when something doesn't go their way, they're quick to say, I never knew you. You know what I mean? Like, life is too short for that. And then when times get hard, you wish that you had somebody in your corner, but you cut everybody off. You cut all your relationships off. It is imperative to network, even dating. Dating is networking in sense. Like, if the relationship doesn't work out, no problem. But I'm sure that person had some value, added some value to your life, and I'm sure you added value to their life. And don't just cut people off just because you're upset about it. Take some time off. Maybe don't talk to them for like a couple weeks or a month. But if you built some strong soul ties with this person, you should probably stay in touch with them. And you shouldn't be a toxic person. If you're toxic, the only way I can see you not talking to somebody if you have toxic issues and you need to work that out. And I suggest that you do seek, you know, a professional about your issues if it's wrong. Well, guys, that was 10 benefits to being in a relationship. I'd like to know what you guys think about that. If you want to add something, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Other than that,